Hey there. Today we're going to work on stretching out our hip flexors. We're going to focus on that. And so we're going to start out by either at the top of your mat or at the top of your towel. Toes are going to be pressed down into the ground. We're going to take a nice strong mountain pose. Arms are facing forward. Nice long breaths in and out through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And let's take an inhale up. Let's take a little bit of a back bend, pressing your hips forward, pressing down with the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Let's relax your chin down. Nice long, big, deep breaths. Maybe grabbing onto your elbows and twisting side to side. Let's take a half lift up, pulling in through your bellies. Exhale, forward fold, hands down to the ground. Inhale, rise. Let's take another back bend, pressing your hips forward, chin up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to your heart or down by your side. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Stretch, press your hips forward, press down with your feet. Exhale, forward fold, grabbing onto your elbows, chin to your chest. Exhale. Take a half lift up, pulling in through your belly. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Again, chin to your chest. And this time, let's take that left foot back. We're in the runner's lunge, pulling in through your belly. We're not pressed down. You can use two blocks if you want, if your hands don't go all the way down to the ground. But we really want to be pressing down with this right foot, pressing back with that left heel. Then let's take this knee down. Let's take your arms up. Inhale. And we're going to press forward. Let's make sure that your knee is still over your ankle so that the knee is not going over your toes. We're still in line. Really what we're doing is we're pressing that left hip down to the ground. Take this right arm back. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to take that left hand on the outside of the right leg. Arm can come up. You can come down to prayer, hands down to your chest. Come back down. And we're going to go to a down dog. Press both feet back. Let's walk it out for this first one. Pressing down with the palms of your hands. Bending one knee at a time. Let's pull in through our belly. Hollow out your armpits. Pressing down. Pressing your chin to your chest. Looking at your hands, we're going to walk or step your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart or down by your side. Let's inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Then this time, bring that right foot back. Runner's lunge. Bringing that right knee down. Arms are coming up. And we're pressing forward. Keeping your knee over your ankle. Feeling the stretch in this hip flexor here. Taking that left arm back, inhale. Exhale, we're going to take that right arm on the outside of that left leg. This left arm can come up or down to prayer arms. Take your hands down, step back to down dog. Couple breaths right here. Let's take that right leg up. Bring your knee into your chest. Runner's lunge. Knee goes back down again. Take these right toes. You're going to turn them toward the corner of your mat. And we're just going to press a little bit on this right leg. Again, we're just opening up, stretching through the hamstring and stretching through that left hip flexor. Come on up, and we're going to go to down dog. Resetting in down dog, taking a couple deep breaths. Left leg goes up, pull it into your chest, drop it down into runner's lunge. Back knee goes down, taking the left toes over to the left corner. Taking this left hand, pressing slightly. We're feeling the stretch on the other side in the hamstring and the hip flexor. Nice, long, big, deep breaths. Coming on up. We're going to take your hands down, down dog. Walk it out one more time. This time we're taking the right leg up back behind you. We're going to bend the knee and we're going to open your hip. Maybe looking through that right arm, and we're pressing down with your left heel. Let's bring your knee into your chest and we're going to drop it down into pigeon. So we're going to go through pigeon here. Pigeon is a knee is lined with my elbow, my foot is in line with my wrist. I'm coming down, and then I'm going to adjust depending on how flexible I am. Maybe I draw that knee a little bit closer to the left leg. I'm going to stretch that left leg back, come onto the top of my foot. I'm going to press up nice and tall. I'm going to sit back onto this left hip, not the right one. Sitting up on this left hip, pressing down with that left hip flexor. Inhale, exhale, it's forward fold. Again, you can use a block, you can use a pillow, anything you need to kind of brace yourself forward. Your forehead is down to the ground or on your block. And kind of move around here just a little bit. So you're feeling the stretch now in that right hip and the left hip flexor. Maybe take about one or two more breaths here. Slowly pressing yourself up and down dog. Now let's take this left leg up back behind you. We're going to bend the knee and open up the hip, looking through that left arm, pressing down with this right heel. Pull your knee into your chest, and we're going to drop it into left side pigeon. So first we're going to start with our elbow in line with our knee, our foot in line with our wrist. Then we drop it down. Maybe we start to adjust that left foot until we feel like we're getting our best stretch in the hip flexor, right hip flexor, and the left hip. Sitting up nice and tall, taking nice big deep breaths here. And now we're going to drop down into your forward fold. Bringing your forehead to the ground, making sure again that we're not falling over to this left side. We're keeping our hips square to the ground, pressing that right hip down. And we're just going to relax, maybe take about 5 breaths here. Maybe a couple more deep breaths. All right, we're going to come on up, and as we come up, we're going to take this right leg all the way around. We're going to go into a fire lock. So we're going to take this left foot, this left leg, and we're going to square it, and then this right leg is going to come on top. I'm going to meet my knee with my foot, my ankle with my left knee, and I'm going to press down. If you're up here, we're just going to gently put some pressure down on that right knee until you feel like you're getting the best stretch, mostly in this right hip. So we're not here, we're out here, feeling the stretch in these little dimples in the side of your hips. And then as you feel comfortable, start walking yourself forward if you can. Again, using blocks to brace yourself. And taking some nice deep breaths. Remember, we're breathing into where we're feeling the stretch the very, very most. So I feel it right here in the crease of my hips. So every exhale, I'm going to make sure that I'm not holding on to tension in those muscles. Let's make sure you can shake your head left and right and up and down. We're not holding any tension in our shoulders. Come on up. Now we are going to take this right foot on the outside of your left knee. So it's gonna look like this. We're gonna pull this left foot over to my right hip. I'm sitting down square on my sit bones, both on my left and my right sit bones. I'm bringing that knee up. I'm sitting up nice and tall. And we're gonna do a little bit more of the stretch of this band right here. That left arm comes out. We're gonna exhale over onto the right side. This right hand can be a brace for me, but I just don't want you leaning back on it. We're up here and we're pressing so we feel a little bit of stretch in this right hip. Keeping yourself up nice and tall, pulling in through your belly. Back is nice and straight. And release that, and we're gonna go fire log on the other side. So now, my right foot is down. My left leg is on top. So my left ankle is on top of my right knee. My left knee is over my right foot. Again, one side may be different than the other, so we want to just gently press down. You're welcome to put like a brace right there, like a pillow or your block, but we do want to feel that stretch in your hip. We don't want to stop that stretch. So you're taking your exhales, pressing down just really gently down on that left knee. If you want a little bit more, go ahead, walk yourself forward into a forward fold. Again, making sure that there's no tension in your shoulders or in your neck. Exhaling deeply here. Coming on up, we're going to take this left foot on the outside of your right knee, sitting square down on both sides, both hips, left and right, and pulling in and up through my belly. My spine is nice and straight. I'm going to take my right arm up for an inhale, exhale onto the outside of my left knee, and I'm pressing myself back. Remember, this left hand is nice and light. I'm not bracing myself back there. My spine is nice and straight. Come and unwind. Both feet up. We're just going to stretch our lower back after that. So we're going into our staff pose. Legs and feet are hugged in together. Take a nice big inhale, making sure I have a strap. I'm pointing to my strap over there that I forgot to bring over. You can wrap your strap around the ball of your foot, the balls of your feet, and then pulling yourself forward or grabbing onto the sides, grabbing onto your heels, your ankles, anything that you can pull yourself forward so you feel like you're getting the stretch in your lower back. Come on up, let's do one more. We're gonna take this right foot into the left knee. We're gonna do deer. So we're in this pose. My left hip is up off the ground, but my right hip is braced down. We're gonna come up by taking the right hand and we're gonna come up here and we're gonna come all the way down, and we should feel that twist in our back. And as we come up, we're gonna leave this right hand down. We're gonna swoop this left one up and we're gonna come up on top of our shins. And exhale, come all the way down. Let's just switch sides. So this left foot is gonna be up. Right leg is back. Your left foot is on top of your left knee, or kind of hugging your right knee, sorry. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Left hand goes back, right hand goes back, and then we're coming down onto your elbows. And then come on up. Keeping this left hand down, right arm swoops up. We're coming up on top of our shins, pressing your hips forward. And come on down. Let's go into an easy pose. Take a few deep breaths here. Sitting up nice and tall. Palms are open so we keep our chest open. Our shoulders are nice and nice and heavy, drawn back. Shoulder blades are drawn back. Let's take a nice big inhale up. Stretch and hold. Maybe shake out your ribs a little bit. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Inhale, rise. Stretch and hold. Exhale. Hands to your heart. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to your heart or down by your side. Stay strong, Mac Nation. You guys are doing awesome. We'll see you next time. Namaste.